Hello, grief growers. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm taking a break from full-length podcasting at the moment and gearing up for Season 4 of Coming Back, which premieres on September 5th, 2018. But in the meantime, I wanted to bring you some never-before-heard clips from Season 3's interviews. These are snippets from my conversations with guests on the show that didn't make the final cut, but contain some wisdom, comfort, or laughter that I wanted to share with you. Today I'm releasing a clip from my conversation with Ruth Ungar, one piece of the folk band, The Mammals. In episode 49 of Coming Back, Ruth talked about the song she wrote to honor her friend Hoobie, and the song is called When My Story Ends. She wrote in some spiritual notes and lines in the song, including a nod towards honoring the idea of God the Father and Mother Nature in the process of dying, and those moments give me chills. They're my favorite lines of Ruth's song. In this week's In the Meantime moment, Ruth and I are gushing over another spiritually nostalgic song, which is Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. Dolly Parton's style of music was just one inspiration for When My Story Ends, and for Ruth, it also holds some memorable moments with her mom, too. Listen in.
My song that we keep talking about, it's got like a country feel. It's like a kind of harkens back to a lot of the kind of music that my mom likes to sing. Like that song, Dolly Parton song, Coat of Many Colors. Do you know that song?
I love that song.
My mom and I sing that together, and but we've only once made it through the song without just like fully sobbing and not being able to even sing the next part. It's so good.
I love that.
Man, that song is good. And it's got, some religion, it's got Joseph and the coat of many colors, and it's got her mom, and it's got tradition, and it's got, to me, that's like the beauty, the spiritual, the family energy, and the childhood memory feelings and all that. I can't hope to have said I've written a song as good as that song, but that's the spirit of, that's the kind of country music that I was raised listening to. And maybe there's a little flavor of that.
Hans Christian Andersen said, "When words fail, music speaks." And I think music is such an important element of our grieving. From memorials and ceremonies to bringing back memories of people we've loved and lost, music is a powerful way to feel connected to those who have gone before, as well as the spiritual world around us. It can get us out of our heads and into the realm of pure emotion, which is where grief tends to like to live and move. I hope you enjoyed this In the Meantime episode of Coming Back. Stay tuned for more of these interview tidbits in the weeks between now and the Season 4 launch on September 5th. If you'd like to listen to my full conversation with Ruth Ungar and hear her song, which I absolutely cannot stop listening to, called When My Story Ends, go back and listen to episode 49 of Coming Back, called, fittingly, When My Story Ends, with Ruth Ungar. If Coming Back has changed how you see grief, loss, or death, please consider supporting this podcast on Patreon. Now is an incredible time to support the show because between now and August 31st, I am hosting a giveaway. Anyone who is already a patron on Patreon or pledges to become one before the last day of August is automatically entered to win 2 books that were featured on Season 3 of Coming Back. The first is Grief Works by Julia Samuel, who was on episode 42 of Coming Back, and the second is You Are Not Alone by Debbie Augenthaler. In addition to the 2 books you win, I will also send along a set of Coming Back podcast stickers and a handwritten thank you note expressing my gratitude and love for your support of the show. You can find a link to my Patreon page where you can pledge and enter to win for as little as $1 per month in the show notes. Also in the show notes this week are some wonderful ways you can stay in touch between now and Season 4. First, you can join me live on Monday, August 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. This is my once-a-month chat room-style space to answer your questions on grief and loss and provide an hour's worth of exclusive time for the biggest supporters of the show. And secondly, if you're still sitting on the fence, you can also join me in March of 2019 for the Bereavement Cruise. So many of you, 7 of you now, have signed up and registered already. But if you're still I'm not really sure if I want to be involved, click the link in the show notes to fill out an interest form. There's absolutely no obligation here, just an interest form about coming on board with all of us. I would love to set sail with you and meet you in person. You can find links to all of my upcoming events in the show notes or by visiting my website, which is www.shelbyforsythia.com. You can also check out episode 52 of Coming Back if you'd like to listen to me talk about the details of the Patreon giveaway and all the places I'll be between now and season 4. That's all I've got for you for this episode of Coming Back. In the meantime, I cannot wait to return to you with full-length episodes in September. While I'm away from the mic, Grief Growers, you can find updates on me, this podcast, and my adventures on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and some extra behind-the-scenes stuff always on Patreon. If you'd like to leave a question, comment, or guest suggestion for a future episode, leave a voicemail or text 312-725-3043 or email me at shelby@shelbyforsythia.com, subject line podcast. As always, my beautiful grief growers, it was incredible sharing this space and time with you today. I see you. I am so proud of you and the work that you're doing in the world. And I love you. Because even through grief, we are growing.